Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm photog Sammy Chido. I'm at Save Our Seabirds right now and I have Dana with me. Tell us your title, Dana.
I'm the Avian Hospital Administrator.
Alright, so we're talking about the red tide effects on seabirds. I know we've done a lot of marine life and whatnot and talked about the fish a lot, but now we're touching up on the birds. So talk to us a little bit about who is in front of us. Let me flip the camera around. So who are we looking at here?
We're looking at our educational laughing gulls. This is just an example of some of the birds that you would see being affected by red tide. These are a majority of the birds that we're getting in now are the laughing gulls. They basically just eat the dead marine life on the beach and they get sick with toxicity.
And how many birds have you had come into your care?
About half a dozen from the red tide, but we've had a 100% success rate with them.
Awesome. All right. And if you guys have any questions that are watching, please put them down. We have the expert here. She can answer them right away, live time. So who else do you have in this facility that can be found in our local waters?
So our double-crested cormorants, you guys will see them around. They dive for their fishes. These guys are also really affected by red tide. They'll swim through the blooms and they dive on the water. So they're basically getting a double effect of it. They're getting it from, you know, breathing them in and eating the toxic fish.
Gotcha. And what should people do if they see a bird, or what's a sign of like the bird's in distress? What's a good sign to notice?
So if people are walking the beaches, I know it's kind of rough at this point because of all the devastation, but if people are walking the beaches and they see any birds laying down or not getting up or not moving, that's a number one indicator that the bird is not doing well. Red tide affects birds neurologically, so they're not able to use their body functions as they normally would be able to. They can't walk or stand, and a lot of them, you know, their head will be drooping. So, you know, grabbing them, bringing them right in to Save Our Seabirds, so we can get them treated right away.
Awesome. Who's over here in this little, we got a couple of these pelicans over here.
Yeah, I've got a lot of pelicans over here.
Have you gotten any pelicans in?
We haven't, you know, and I know it's double-edged sword, but right now it's not time for the pelicans to be back down in this area. They breed in the Louisiana and the coastal Carolinas, so a lot of the time you won't see a lot of pelicans. This time of year they follow the fishes, so I guess it's a better thing that we're not seeing a lot of pelicans in.
All right. Lynn says thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Lynn.
All right. If you guys have any questions, please write them down, you know, while we're doing this Facebook Live, showing you a little sneak peek behind Save Our Seabirds.
We can show some of the herons over here.
Sure.
You might see some of the juvenile herons, places that you wouldn't normally see them. A lot of the birds around red tide are moving inland, so you're going to see a lot of the coastal shorebirds in freshwater areas. A lot of these birds are opportunistic feeders, so they'll go after insects and rodents.
Gotcha.
Can the birds sick from eating dead fish? It's not a contagious thing. They basically get it from eating the dead fishes. Yes, we are primarily funded by donations. We do have a facility that's open 365 days a year with 120 birds on display that can't be re-released to the wild. We rescue, rehabilitate, and then release the sick and injured. And then all other guys stay here.
All right. Lauren asked, what if they're pregnant? Can they hurt the baby bird in the womb?
That's a good question. Thankfully, a lot of the baby bird season is over. Cormorant season is just gearing up. But if they were to have any effects, their egg would just not produce properly, and it wouldn't hatch.
Zachary asks, what do you do with the birds that are not deemed fit to go back?
You're actually seeing what would happen. I mean, our facility that you're seeing has our educational animals, so the ones that aren't able to be released back to the wild stay at our 3-acre facility. A lot of the laughing gulls that you're seeing in front of us have wing injuries, and a lot of them are from hook and line.
Yes, Brett. Birds lay eggs. Any other questions? The story's going to be tonight at 5 p.m. Let's see if I can do a little focus. There we go. I'm just chilling. How's the smell here, would you say?
Well, we're on the water, unfortunately. I mean, the smell is not that great. But we're still open, and, you know, people are still walking by. I mean, it just depends on your tolerability.
Oop. Kathy asks, how can we donate?
That's a really great question. You can go on saveourseabirds.org and donate there. You can come in and visit us. That's a good way to donate. Or you can go through our PayPal as well.
Oh, Jesse asks an interesting question. Does it affect the snails the birds eat too? Are snails affected by red tide? I don't know.
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
We'll have to look into that, Jesse.
I think that's mostly, snails are mostly a freshwater species and brackish species, so I don't think it would. I think it mostly affects like shellfish and things like that.
Gotcha. Thanks for watching, Zachary. We appreciate you tuning in. Oh, Linda asks, I'm not seeing a lot of birds. Have they left the area?
Yeah, that's what we're speculating, that they have left the area. And this time of year, a lot of things are migrating back down here, so we won't see a lot of birds.
And what time of year is that when the white pelicans start coming down?
Around
and whatnot?
December.
Okay.
Around December.
Well, hopefully this is all cleared up by December.
Yeah, I mean, you'll definitely see a lot, and I mean, you know, a lot of these birds can see this. I mean, the aerial shots of the water is brackish. I mean, a lot of it's a brown murky color. They can't see fish, so they're gonna follow the they're gonna follow the fish elsewhere. Hey, Katie.
Thanks for tuning in. Ooh, any eagles? That's a good question, Rick.
I haven't gotten any eagles in. You know, and they go after mostly rodents. They are fish eaters, but...
Alright, well, we're going to stop the Facebook Live right now, but these birds are doing well here. So tune in tonight, 5 to 6:30, then we've got a 7 to 8, and then an 11 to 11:30, and I almost forgot about our 4 o'clock, which is 4 to 4:30 p.m. Have a good day, you guys.